So here we've got this would be an industrial application. This is it's not metal, it's like I don't know what you call this material. When I worked in aircraft, I guess like chloroplast or something like that. It's sort of like a fiberglass. I don't know, here's some shards from it. Like I said, just kind of a hard fiberglass composite sort of a door. So what we've had to do is trim this down, and this is going on the side of a 53-foot container. It's an industrial application. They did not want a regular walk door, so we're building this door for them. And this works a lot like a trailer door, like a semi-trailer van door, and sort of similar to a shipping container door. So we had to trim this down, put the seals on, put the hinges on, and we'll run outside and take a look at the cutout it's going in. But this is about 96 inches tall, so let's say 8 feet by 42 inches wide. What's cool about these is you can kind of make them to any size you want, and it's a lot more cost effective than a steel walk door. And it does get a cam handlebar just like a container. So it wouldn't be ideal for everybody, but if you want a door on the side of a container, this is definitely an option that you can look at or entertain. So we had to trim this down to the width. Each side is going to be about a 3/8 of an inch smaller than the door opening. And the reason for that is your seals have got to smush on the door opening. So when you smush these, that's about a little over 1/8 of an inch. Let's say 3/16 there that's left. And so we've got the seals on, got to trim down the size, putting the hinges on. And this is going on a mobile boiler project that we've done several of. It's going to be a side door, and if you want a really big door, basically sort of a walk door, this is kind of the only way to do it. So we will run outside in a moment and take a look at that. A couple other things here inside. I did a short earlier on paint, but I want to see if you guys can tell where I painted on this container. So there's the walk door install. We like everything to look perfectly OEM like the factory did it. And I know there's a light shining right there, but I'll give it away. Where we painted, and the point of showing you this is you've got to color match each container. Even all your ivory containers are all a little bit different shade depending on age, what factory made them. But we've got to have probably 8 or 9 different shades of ivory here to match just this color, slate gray, same thing, and all your other container colors. So I don't know if you guys can tell where we painted. I'm having a hard time telling now. I think we stopped about right here. But that's how good we got the color match. And Sherwin-Williams matches these colors for you. And the more time you give them, or give them a sample of the paint, chip of the metal you cut out or whatever, then they can match it up pretty well. So pretty happy with that. The first ivory paint we put on here that we thought was going to be close had a definite yellow tinge to it, so it wasn't going to work, but it matched a previous ivory that was sitting in here perfectly well. So here's one of my new door slabs that we get from China. They actually manufacture them for Menards and Home Depot and some others. So she especially makes these doors for me. What I do is paint the inside of the door in RAL 7035 light gray color. And guess what? That matches the interior of your containers. So again, just looks like a factory OEM install. So pretty happy with that. And you can see here about the only thing we have left to do on this door. These walk doors are a lot more work than you really think. We've got the threshold, we've got the cinch seal on the bottom of the door, drip rail, striker, and then the seal that goes around here, which you've got to drill each screw, not break any off. It's a lot of work. But here's a new striker that we're going to try. And it's sort of an all-in-one double combination striker for your deadbolt and your door knob. It's going to go just like that. So we're going to give that a try. We're going to see if that's any less work than the 2 separate strikers that we've been doing, and if it looks any nicer. So I will report back on that. But really love the inside gray finish on this door. And then we do the outside ivory, and that's not going to latch because we don't have the striker in yet. So let's buzz outside, and I'll show you what that 42 by 96 inch door goes in. So here's the 53 foot we've been working on. And that door, so this is a mobile boiler. It's going to go on a chassis. There's the louvers for it. Those louvers go in these holes here. And then they have various other holes in the container for all their piping that goes into the boiler. So we're getting this ready for paint right now. We're buzzing the decals off, getting all the glue residue off. And we've just got to paint basically, and we're wrapped up. We welded, replaced the entire wood floor with stainless per their fire code. So we've got this door cut out here. It goes all the way down to the floor. These 53 foot containers are unique because they're actually 8 feet 6 inches wide. All your other shipping containers are 8 feet wide. Pretty much no exceptions to that. So here's the hole it's going in. We cut everything out, patched that corrugation back in. We've got 2x4 for the sides and then 2x2 on the top. And so those door hinges are going to go, I think it's a left-hand outswing, so they're going to drill into this 2x4, and then it will have a cam handle like a shipping container door. So this door opening is about 3/8 of an inch bigger, ½ inch bigger than the door itself, and those seals pinch right here on the inside and then cover the outside just like a shipping container door. I can show you, well, you guys know what a shipping container door looks like. So I'll buzz over here to 20 foot high cube. I'm going to call it a she shed we just wrapped up with. Again, another custom paint match color. And I did a short on this a little bit ago, but all these ivory containers are pretty much different shades of ivory. So to get a match right, you've got to have a bunch of different ivory paint on hand, or slate gray, or whatever color container you're working on, to get the paint to match right. A lot of guys slap walk doors in and don't even paint them. And painting it is several hours of additional labor, but that's just how we're going to do it. Like I said, walk doors are a pretty complicated install. They sound easy, but they're just not. So all your gaps need to be perfect all the way around. And here's the final install. So we got this nice gray paint on the inside. And here's that seal I was talking about that takes a long time to install. You've got a bunch of screws. You got a screw about every foot. And what's important about that seal is you've got to set these strikers to where it bumps this seal perfectly. Can't be too tight, can't be too loose. So that's kind of the final on the walk door install. A home style exterior door install is a little bit less work. You can just install the frame, and then you buy one of the exterior doors from Lowe's or Home Depot or Menards, and you just put it in the hole, and then you use big tech screws to go through the sides. Those are a little less work than a steel walk door. And there's your threshold. So a really nice way to come in and out of a container. The walk door is probably one of our most common modifications. It's just a lot easier than dealing with the big container doors. And here's a 48 by 36 inch window we installed. And again, we go light gray on the inside. And this is the new sealant that we've been working on. We're really happy with it. It's a polyurethane mix, but we had the factory do a little bit different formula in it. And I really like Sikaflex 221, but there are some things we didn't like the way it applied is a little bit chunky now and then. It's dry time. So I've been working with the factory to get a sealant specifically for metal to metal applications that dries fast, that's paintable. So once we get this sealant nailed down, we are going to have it for sale. But finding a sealant that works on containers is extremely difficult. It's got to endure huge hot and cold temperature swings. It's got to be paintable. It's got to be flexible. All different kinds of qualities we look for. So here's that sealant there. So this is one of the new Performax windows, and they have a metal track that the window slides on. The previous ones we were using were vinyl. This metal track is a lot better, a lot smoother operation, so really happy with these windows. And so that's it for now. As always, thanks for watching. If you guys got questions or anything, let us know. I have a lot of people ask how we build the walk doors. This is a 2x3 frame. The reason we use 2x3 is because your door is 1 3/4 inches thick. You've got the bump off of the seal. You've got a slight recess in the door. 3-inch tubular frame that does not interfere with our interior frame when we frame these. And then you've got about 3/4 of an inch for your channel for your seal. So the 3 inches works out perfect all the way around. So we build those and we use the 2x3 frame. And we also sell those door kits and we can ship them. So that'll wrap this up this time. And so if you got questions, let me know. We do have a 20-foot office ready to go. Mini split, spray foam. We can ship it anywhere in the U.S. for around $1.80 a mile one way. SimpleShippingContainers.com.